Aloha Coco, what is up everyone? Welcome to my channel if you're new here. If this is your first time visiting my channel, entering this space that I'm holding for truth, or welcome back if you've already subscribed. I mahalo you for being here, taking time out of your day or your evening to just come and kick it with me as I do a dive into truth. Okay, hopefully this isn't a bad angle for you guys. I am on the go, obviously, in my car, and I wanted to be able to connect because I've been just feeling some very interesting vibes this morning. So I wanted to take a little time to address that. What I usually do for my videos is just allot some time to really connect, center myself in order to align with divine, and just allow divine truth to pour into the portal spaces that need clearing. I sometimes feel like I embody a lot of emotions, or I guess the proper word would be clairsentient, if I'm not mistaken. I just feel a lot, very empathic, and that can be really tricky on your mental health if you're just not aware of who you are, if you're not taking the time to, like I said, really center with self and align with divine to really balance out the imbalances, the frequencies that aren't serving you. So I'm definitely being called to do that right now as we speak. I want to also remind you guys to go ahead and fill up your tank, fill up your vessel, literally and figuratively, with vai, with water. Make sure you hydrate. Don't be just running on coffee and motherfucking cigarettes or, soda and all that junk shit for your body. And I'm not trying to judge nobody, because let me tell you, I still be working on my mahiai skills, my farmer skills, my gardening skills of self. We all have to take accountability for the levels that we're on and the levels that we will flow through, will navigate through as we journey our lives. But yeah, don't forget, nothing can grow, no form of life can exist without water, without the elements of water. So let's just tune in to see what this energy is that I've been feeling. These vibes and visions, baby. Somebody is having a hard time communicating. They call it my foot noise. I have to keep the windows down so it doesn't get too hot. I don't want to run my AC, but yeah. This came upside down, so I'm going to read that as such. Somebody is having a very difficult time expressing themselves, being clear. It says the clarity, interactivity, and timing of communications is critical. Maybe you're just not sure if it's the right time to say something. Now, what is this that you're trying to say? I feel like this is a throat chakra blockage. Should I take this? Yeah. Upside down, the transformation card. So you're having a hard time really speaking your mind, speaking your truth, communicating what needs to be said, as well as that is putting a wrench in your solar transformations, in growing, expanding. Not being this little vessel to hold truth, but a much, much bigger vessel is what you're opening up. A much bigger portal of space you're opening up to receive truth. At least that's what the goal is. I feel like that's the direction you've been wanting to go, but you just are stuck because you don't know how to speak your truth. So I'm feeling like there's possible secrets, or just insecurities, or just a lack of confidence. It says you can afford to be generous with the gift of your time and attention. Maybe you're not being generous with your time and attention. I'm feeling self-centered energy, like you've really been in your own world, your own space. Really like secluding possibly yourself. And if not in the physical, like you're literally secluding yourself from people visually. But you're secluding yourself. You're not allowing yourself to be accessible. Your time and your attention to be accessible to others, especially those closest to you. You think you are, but you're really not fully there. Okay, let me flip this again. So yeah, all upside down. So yeah, not the best energy right now that I'm feeling. Let's see. Tell me more divine truth flow. Holy moly. Let's stop here. Yeah, confidence is almost slipped in the motherfucking space right here. Hold on, there's the garbage trucks pulling up. Pause. So confidence fell, almost slipped. which means we almost lost our confidence for real. We're at that stage where it's on the precipice of falling into the dark unknown, right? But for now, we're still holding on. Okay, there's a bit there that we're working with, is what I'm feeling. And you have to know and feel this affirmation beyond a doubt. I am all that I need to get what I want. So Divine wants to remind us of that, because I feel like it's really putting a hamper or a damper or a bit of a roadblock on our abilities to be innovative, to have fun and be inspired by the elements, by the circumstances, the situations, the knowledge all around us, right? That we have the power to obtain. Yeah, have fun and experiment, inventing something that surprises and has never existed before. The creativity of originality and innovation lives within you, but I feel like your confidence is what really will boost that chance for you to really connect with all the inspiration around us or around you. It's time to really nurture self, nurture soul. This is self-care, this is self-love, and nurturing yourself the way you would want to be nurtured. A lot of us, and that, that's bringing to mind, Spirit is saying, our inner child, our inner traumas, the things that go unspoken for many, many years, if not to only a few years, like the things of your self and your soul that you don't really or readily share with people. That is who we are nurturing, coaxing out of the shadows to heal with a hug, with love, right? Maybe you didn't get that enough, or maybe even if you did, I'm feeling like there's someone who had a fucked up childhood. When they look back at it, 2020 hindsight, they're like, bro, that was fucked up. Why was my life like that? Why were my parents like that? Why were they so selfish? Like, this parent loved me, but it was almost like it didn't matter because they put their love for attention and their love for other, their partners or whatever above their children's, which happened to be you. So maybe you've been carrying this like on the fence about how you feel because you can read through people enough where you're just like looking at your own parents. You're just, I think that inner child is just hurt, just disappointed that you weren't put first, but you know that there's a reason why you're here. You know that there's a reason for your abilities to see truth. I feel like I'm diving too much, but Spirit is just saying speak, because someone here needs to hear. That inner child is who the fuck we need to learn to fully nurture again. And that inner child still exists within you heavily. Don't shun it. Don't treat yourself and others around you the way you never wanted to be treated. The way you are still in pain from being treated. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to that needy child within you. And maybe for some of you without, the children that you have birthed, the children that are in your care, I would want to say, my lower self wants to say, we didn't ask to be here. Higher self said, yes, the fuck we did. There's a reason why we're all fucking here. There's a reason why we all have the lives that we do. Karmic fucking cycles, past lives. There's a reason. Now, our journey is to purpose and truth. All right. I'm feeling a hesitation, like someone's really digesting that right now, and we're gonna take a minute before we move on, is what Spirit's saying. Okay, fine with me. Clear the deck. Yep. Go deeper into your pain. Go deeper inside yourself to find that inner child, because sometimes the shit you've been doing in your life is like dirt that you're burying that child in you. You don't want to bury, you want to uncover, you want to help them. But some of us, we're in denial of that, and we hurt ourselves on the daily with our habits, our lack of divine feminine mothering. Wow, it's like we're throwing away the seeds that were given to us, our children's potential to grow into these magnificent, strong, rooted trees, which represents life, the life that gets perpetuated. What are we doing? Why are we throwing our seeds away? We don't care to nurture them, to garden, to heal whatever mistakes were made in the past from our parents who didn't know how to fucking nurture us. Why are we continuing the cycles? I feel like it's either you're throwing seeds to grow, or like I'm seeing adoption, or like CPS, or you're giving your kids away, you're giving up, this could be abortion. Like, I'm seeing a lot here. But that's also how we felt. We felt discarded, possibly, as children. This is gonna apply to some of us, obviously, those listening, not all, but I know there's a lot of seeds that have been discarded and never were fully able to grow. It's not fully in connection with where you are at right now. If you're an adult or you're older than a child, obviously, don't get too far disconnected from your inner child just because your parents or your environment did not allow much nurturing. Now it's time to nurture yourself. Nobody else is going to take care of you. Then you motherfucking spread those roots and gather that nutrition from divine creation, from your connectivity with the divine creator. Okay, nobody else tending to you, that's all right. Fucking the Most High got you. He's our ultimate fucking farmer, gardener, creator, manifester. Ooh. So the phone overheated right as soon as I dropped that bunch of cards, and I don't know, something told me put it back, reshuffle, clear the deck, and let what falls then fall. So we were talking about the seeds and feeling discarded and our inner child healing, our originality, being who we are, being true to ourselves. First of all, discovering who that is by healing our inner child will lead us to understand who it is we are and to embrace our uniqueness and our originality, what makes us us. And then we got the pause card, so that'll help you get unstuck, you know, by tuning into self, and a version of self that is authentic and original will help lift this roadblock that has been placed in our sacred space and inhibited us from moving forward. See birds in the trees. It's kind of an overcast day. I feel like this is like we're in the in-between. There's lots and lots of clouds. It's overcast. It's off and on raining. But there's a brightness because you can tell that the sun is just above these clouds. So it's a bright, gloomy day, if that makes sense. All right, so tell us about this pause being lifted. What is our future, present and future? Okay, tuning into our insight, our intuition. What else behind? Ooh, that was like, we're hesitant. The insight will help us figure out and find the things within ourselves that we need to let go of. But did you see how the card kind of hesitated, flipped? Like, yeah, we need to go, but I'm not ready. Why you ain't ready? Because you lacking the courage. Which is causing your resistance. I think that was it. No more cards. All right, I just had to double check because I don't want any lost cards. I do feel like this deck is a little light, if you will. Wait, did I just put those back? Yes, I did. Let go of your resistance. You are holding you back. So what's going on with this person? Again, I'm going to bring up the throat chakra blockage, which is inhibiting their transformation. Yeah, lack of communication, inhibiting their transformation. Their time and attention isn't really being given generously, both to themselves and maybe their family, their closest ones. Their confidence is borderline and causing a lack of inspiration and innovation. It's time to tune in and nurture self, nurture that inner child, and go deeper within self to plant the seeds of truth, of your original, most authentic version. We're letting go of a lot of the shit that we see within ourselves is not conducive to being the types of people or being the elevated soul that you desire to be. More vision, more insight, more truth, divine. Don't throw away that new start. Don't miss this opportunity is what I'm hearing, because it kind of slipped between the seats. It's like if it wants to land right in front of you, then that's what it is. But it's like when it kind of goes into hiding, it's like this isn't always guaranteed. This new start, these new plans, this new push. It's there for you. It's in the works. But your choices of clearing up all this shit, delving into your courage, your confidence, going deeper, nurturing yourself. All of that is really how you handle your now, your present moment, your present circumstances, whatever they may be. And I have definitely been feeling like a lot of us have been going through some difficulties, and I'm feeling it more on a psychological, mental level. And of course, spiritual, which affects physical. So our alignment is off, basically. But let's not miss this opportunity for new beginnings, new methods to nurture ourselves. All right, so that's telling me, let's go to the tarot. New starts. Nine of Wands. So this could be a fire sign feeling this, you know, our Leo, our Aries, our Sagittarius. This could be let me wait till this clears. So yeah, I'm seeing this could be you missing, because they both fell. So it's like, but they didn't fall in reverse. They just fell as it's like you could be missing this opportunity to really put your passion and your drive into action, to really shift it into gear. We want to be able to move forward, progress, right? With this new start. But you're kind of sitting there like with this falling off. I feel like you're just sitting there, and that hesitation is going to cost you. You're going to miss this opportunity. What is with this energy? Yeah, you're kind of blocking your own blessings, or you're allowing your circumstance to keep you kind of locked. Or you're coming to terms and you're releasing yourself from this blockage. Okay, I don't know what's going on with my phone. But anyway, so I was at Five of Swords. So I'm seeing this as like, this is you really being stuck kind of at battles with the universe. Like your situations, your circumstances, really like struggling against the current, it seems. Or always finding yourself in like sticky or prickly situations almost. But I'm feeling like you're turning this around and you're allowing yourself to kind of see, to kind of release the swords, go within. This is because swords is a suit of inner truth. So this is really allowing yourself to kind of just open up to universe and release that inner conflict that's been holding you back from starting new and really planning forth your future, or acting upon your goals, your visions, whatever it may be. I'm going to go ahead and delve into my cards and see what truth needs to be spoken. Okay. All right. So after we turn ourselves around, our mental processing around, what can we expect? Ooh, these cards be looking dusty. So we're turning ourselves around, but in the sense we're also asking for help. We're ringing the alarm. We're alerting divine because we feel overwhelmed by our current situations. So yeah, this is very interesting because it's like the opportunities are there, but yet with them falling, it's like you may be missing an opportunity. This I feel like goes along with the insight card that we got earlier, and the go deeper. Like we got to go deeper within our mental spaces, because I feel like we're really clouded and foggy right now. But I see smoky home, like a house is burning, but there's more smoke than fire. And you're You're trying to make your way through the smoke, the fog, the mental, you're trying to regain mental clarity. So you ask for divine help. You're in need of being heard and for healing to be the reason that you sound or ring the alarm. It's time to talk about it. Olelo kike. Yeah, so this is conversation card. Olelo kike. Dialogue. Conversation, or to engage in such. I channeled, it's time to sit down and have that difficult conversation. This is about opening up to things that you may have been in denial of for a long time. And this is about yourself. I know. I'm still recording. Oh, it went off? Here, let me fix it. Okay, so continuing on. Let me see. Let's get some. All right, so continuing on, yeah, this is about sitting at the table of truth, really discussing shit with ourselves. So I'm seeing a lot of mental imbalance right now with a lot of us. This is really our throat and our crown chakra. Wow, that's a lot that just came out. Coming out of the storms. I feel like storm means cleansing. It means you gotta go through the rain, you gotta go through the fucking thunder and lightning to be able to truly cleanse your inner spaces, right? So we rang the alarm, the hurricane, the tsunami, tornado sirens, right? The storm sirens. We rang the alarm. We need help, right? We got to speak to self. We got to sit at the table with self, or whoever has made us feel trapped or lost within ourselves, as our inner child, cowers within us. So this is having a heavy conversation, but storms is possibly a good thing. But when you're not allowing the storms to really pass and be the lessons learned, it's gonna block your happiness. Ha'oli. It's gonna block that. You're not gonna be, the sunshine ain't gonna motherfucking shine, because the storm is still going on. But this is more like a storm that just lasts and lasts. You don't want that to happen. Let the storms be and let them pass. Don't try to block or hide from them, because it's gonna block or hide your happiness. This is about refreshing ourselves in the storm. What is this? Yeah, okay, so we got the Prophet card. They profit off your ass. But I'm seeing by you refreshing yourself, it's going to just draw attention for you being a business model, essentially. Because this is vulture culture. This is truly what I channel. Flying around to feed off your energy. They wait to gloat and indulge in your low vibrations. Vultures, they fly around their prey. They fly around the suffering, the low, the worried, the ones just clinging, just barely clinging on to hope and strength. Like how confidence was kind of lingering up over here, about to fall. They sitting around waiting. They're sitting around waiting for you to give up hope. Okay, Divine's telling us. Divine's telling us to plug the fuck in, man. Literally, with my cord. Plug into source. And get some motherfucking rest. Here we go. Yes, plug into source and get some motherfucking rest. Restore, renew your energy. Because your spirit has been exhausted from that deep dive into your mental health. And into... Alright, I gotta start making it quick. We're gonna close this up because my phone has been acting up and keeps running hot, which is what I feel like our moods have been, to the extreme, cold or hot. All right, what final truth do we need for today's truth seeking? All right, healing the collective with final words of truth. What needs to be seen, spoken, and shared before we close out? Ooh. Forgiveness. So maybe delving into that. Yeah, we're really having to delve into forgiving those who, when we were children, broke us mentally, spiritually, maybe even physically abusive, you know. But there's no way forward unless we learn to forgive, and this is forgiving for ourselves, so that we're not just so rigid and unforgiving, and so that we're not keeping our soul prisoner within. We're not keeping that inner child prisoner. Okay, what other truth divine to be shared? It's in the yellow bag, baby. Go ahead and grab it. Spirit is giving us the green light to go, to create the life that we wish to manifest, connecting to earth. Life giving us the green light for more abundance, more life, more health. All right, the phone's been acting up, so I think that's my cue to go, to actually sign off. So we got the green light, essentially, to continue our journey within, continue our mental health clarity, cleansing. So let's get one final message. This isn't to prove anyone wrong, because it kind of came flipped. This isn't to prove anyone wrong. This isn't a state of us proving it to someone that may have hurt us, or to prove like, oh, we're doing all of this growing in this work for them. Remember, forgiveness of these people, or of this, remember, forgiveness is for ourselves. Not in a selfish way, but it's to help heal, or begin to heal ourselves first and foremost. So it's not about proving it to someone else. Well, I forgave you, so look at what I did. No. That inner work. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close it out here. The ending of this video didn't quite go as I hoped, or didn't run as smoothly as I hoped, but I feel like that's also a lesson to learn, to just go with the flow, and whatever lessons, whatever storms come through, whatever obstacles come up, it's really a time to go deeper, to gain more insight, more introspection on self, to be able to forgive the things that have been done against us, that has hurt us, not only now, but also our younger versions of self. So yeah, hopefully there's enough information in this video to really process, digest, and absorb the nutrients of the lesson, so that we can continue to grow our seeds and our truth. All right, so I hope you guys all have a blessed, beautiful, abundant, protected, guided, divine day, and I will see you in my next video. With love, light, and always aloha.